Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small town dealership, small town prices.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small town dealership, small town prices.
Good evening and roll Tribe ICC fans as we're getting set for tonight's basketball game between your 2-0 ICC Indians and the visiting Lawson State Cougars. I'm Adam Gore here in the ICC Alumni Association Foundation broadcast booth. Remind you that ICC fans to visit iccms.edu/alumni to find out how you can join the Alumni Association. You can also visit iccms.edu/foundation to find out how you can help give back to ICC by donating through the foundation or the Indian Club. Well, we're about 4.5 minutes away from that First American National Bank opening tip between ICC and the Cougars of Lawson State. We're going to take one more time out, come back with the Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small town dealership, small town prices.
The high-tech touch. First American offers online and mobile banking features to make your banking experience easy and safe. Activate or deactivate your debit card as needed, attach images to your transactions, apply travel notices to your account, and make person-to-person payments. You can even set up text alerts to guard against unauthorized spending or just to monitor your account balance. The best part is that you can bank anytime, anywhere. At First American National Bank, get that hometown feel, the high-tech touch.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the Davis Ford pregame show. 2.5 minutes away from that First American National Bank opening tip here between ICC and Lawson State. Only men's action tonight here in Fulton. Let's take a look at tonight's Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups. And let's start with the visiting Lawson State Cougars. They'll be starting number 2, James Matthews. Number 9, Joseph James. Number 15, Michael Jacobs. Number 20, Trevion Stoudemire. And number 24, Jadarius Eatman. We don't have any other information on that. We just were able to get names and numbers for their starters, so we do apologize that for there. Now for ICC, this is the starting 5. ICC and Coke. Now that's a winning combination, and Coach Grant Pate hopes he has that winning combination put together tonight here for the Indians. Starting for the Indians, number 3, Josh Lee. He's a 6'3 guard. He's a freshman out of Hartfield Academy. He calls Canton his hometown. Number 4, Kobe Horace, a 6'3 guard out of Spanish Fort, Alabama. He went to Spanish Fort High School. Number 12, George Marshall, a 6'4 guard out of Forest Hill High School, Jackson is where he calls home. 21, Rock Robinson. He's a guard/forward, stands at 6'6". One of 3 sophomores on this team for ICC. He is from Pontotoc and went to Pontotoc High School. And finally, number 24, Eddie Page. He is a freshman forward out of Atlanta, Georgia. Went to the Greater Atlanta Christian School there in Georgia. One more quick timeout. We'll come back with the ICC All-American man and take you to the floor for the official introductions for tonight's lineups.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take you to the floor from the playing of the national anthem from the ICC All-American Pep Band. Or, excuse me, no, they actually played it over the PA system.
A freshman, standing 6'2", number 2, James Matthews. A sophomore, standing 6'2", number 4, Joseph James. A freshman, standing 6'2", number 15, Michael Jacobs. A sophomore, standing 6'8", number 20, Trevion Stoudemire. And standing 6'10", sophomore, number 24, Jadarius Eatman. Josh
And there is your starting lineup for both the visitors of Lawson and starters here at ICC. Quick timeout here from First American National Bank. Back with more right after this.
Show your school spirit with our exclusive debit cards. Represent ICC with a special card design you can only get from First American National Bank. You'll show your support every time you use the card. Support ICC with a Spirit debit card from FANB.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as ICC and Lawson getting set to tip things off here. Lawson in their purple and gold, old school gold, not necessarily Lakers gold, more of an Alcorn gold, if you will, as they win the opening tip. And we'll have possession to start the contest here. ICC in their gray uniforms, blue numerals. And the Indians starting off in a man-to-man defense here. Drive inside, scoop shot on its way, up and good. That's number 4. That is going to be James with the basket there. First basket of the contest, and Lawson takes the early lead. Indians with it on their opening possession. This is Lee with the basketball. Now he's going to work it back up top to Horace. He's going to reset here. Kind of an extended zone style defense here out of the Cougars. Inside they go with it. Tried to turn around and go for the quick layup, but lost it. Goes out of bounds. And that turnover will give it back now to the Cougars. Well, anticipating the crowd to come in a little bit later on tonight, as we are hosting The Voice, the opening round of The Voice, over at the Fine Arts Center, as that ball tipped away but kept alive there by Lawson State. Now want to drive inside, taken away, trap, and they're going to reset it now with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Looking to go inside with it. Ball is kicked away. It's out of bounds, and they're going to say last touched by the Cougars. So each team with a turnover so far in the contest. Lady Indians not in action tonight. They will be in action here tomorrow night against Wallace, so you want to be sure and tune in for that one. If you can't join us here, 5:30 will be that First American National Bank opening tip. Indians with the basketball, trailing 2-0 here early in the contest. Zone defense now. It's actually a man-to-man style defense, so a matchup zone. Jumper on its way for the Indians, bouncing around, no, and the rebound pulled down by the Cougars. So Lawson with the basketball, leading this one 2-0 here early on in the first half of play. Driving inside, and it's still taken away there by the Indians. Now ICC wanting to get out and run. Drive inside, layup, count the basket. And that's going to be Horace with the first basket of the night there for the Indians. And a chance at a three-point play the old-fashioned way here. And that's one thing the Indians are going to want to do tonight is get out and run. As Lawson State, with only 9 players available tonight, has not all guys available on the roster dressed out, as the free throw is on its way and good. So that allow ICC to jump in their press, something they had success with against Mississippi Delta, but also struggled with against Mississippi Delta. Inside they go with it to the big man. Ball's on the floor, still loose. Somehow Lawson comes away with it. Now they dump it back inside again, wanting to spin in the paint. Shot is up, he traveled. Good defense that time on the part of Page to force the third turnover of the night here by the Cougars. 3-2 ICC with the lead. Raphael Henry on hand. He's running camera for us. Lee Adams enjoying some time with his family. We hope he's having a good trip out there with Morgan and the kids. As ICC with the basketball now in a 1-point lead. Inside spin, nothing there. Outside they go with it. Now wanting to attack the basket. Lost the handle over it. That's going to be a turnover by the Indians. Their second of the night. So now the Cougars with it. Wanting to attack the basket. Drives inside. Layup too hard. Tip's not there. Ball's going to be out of bounds. And that'll go to the way of the Indians. Good looking look at the basket that time. Just couldn't quite get it to fall. Indians caught a break there off the missed layup. Well, as anticipated, more students making their way in here to the Davis Event Center. Of course, 5:30 tip. It's still kind of close to the students getting their supper over at the cafeteria. Rock Robinson with the basketball now in the corner. Delivers it inside. Wants to spin. The ball's lost, and there's going to be a foul on the floor called here. It looks like it's going to go against Lawson. That foul is going to be whistled there on number 24, I believe, and that's going to be his first foul, team second foul. And that is the case there. So James and Eatman each with a foul for the Cougars. So ICC with the basketball. Lee drives inside, kicks out to Rock for three. That one too long, no good. Rebound tipped around. Somehow the Indians come away with it. Trap in the corner, got to throw away from it. They do. Go challenge the basket, no. But there's a foul, and we'll have a pair of free throws coming up here. Excellent job of hustling, keeping that basketball alive there by the Indians. So that's going to be the third team foul there whistled on the Cougars. That foul is going to be on number 20, Stoudemire, his first foul. And this will send Josh Lee to the free throw line to shoot two. First free throw off the mark, no good. Well, the Cougars scored on their opening possession of the game and have gone ice cold since then. ICC, though, not been able to take advantage in this situation. As that second free throw is good, the Indians now 2 for 3 from the charity stripe. So now Lawson with the basketball, wanting to drive inside. Shot denied. Big time denial there. ICC out in transition, and it turns into a basket. Nicely done there, as that was Horace collecting his 5th point of the basketball game. A big block by Page set up that in transition, and ICC now with their largest lead of the night at 4. And looks like we're going to have a blocking foul underneath, saying he was a little bit too far in the paint that time, and so a foul against the Indians here. That's going to be the first foul whistled of the night on the Indians. That one's going to go against Page. So Lawson with the basketball on the baseline. They lob it in quickly. That is James, the only player to score so far in the contest here for the Cougars. Tries to go underneath, had it stripped away, and it will stay with Lawson State on the baseline. Jim Ingram, who is normally joining us here in the ICC Alumni Association Foundation broadcast booth, has the night off. And so it's going to be Lawson to inbounds. A little pushing and shoving going on between the big guys there, and they're going to call a foul. And that's going to be the second on Page. Smart play there by number 20, Stoudemire, to challenge Page. Kind of got him a little upset after he bumped him a couple of times, and when the ball was put in play, it was slapped away, and then ICC has it, jump ball, and possession arrow should be in favor of the Indians. It will be, and a great hustle there on the inbounds play by the Indians. So the Indians working against a little bit of a press here. As we said, handled it really well at times against Delta and struggled with it at times. As there's a deep NBA range three off the mark, no good. Long rebound inhaled that time by the Cougars. Now here comes Lawson on the other end. Kicks it out, looking to go baseline, nothing there. Good job by the Indians defensively, and that's got to be 3 seconds in the lane. He fell down, got up, and is still in the lane right now. And there's a turnover. Indians pick the pocket of the Cougars, their 4th turnover of the night, and the layup good on the other end. And the Cougars have seen enough. They need a timeout. We're going to take it with them. Let's hear from Renaissance Bank and be back with more right after this.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
And welcome back out of the timeout. ICC, with their largest lead of the night, fell behind 2-0, but currently on an 8-0 run here to lead this one 8-2 inside 15 minutes to go here in the first half. So it would be an inbounds here after the timeout. Allow me to update Twitter for those that can't watch right now. And we're going to have a travel call, and I tell you what, Cougars now have been bitten by the travel bug. As that is their 5th turnover of the night. So Indians with it. Rock wants the 3. Yes. Robinson buries the first 3-pointer of the night for either team. And the Indians now pull ahead in this one by 9. So Lawson needs a basket in a big way here. Ball's going to be tipped away. Last touch by the Indians, so it will stay with the Cougars on the baseline. 4:13 to go until halftime. We do want to thank everyone that's tuning in here, but also want to say a special hello to those that are watching in favor of Lawson State this evening. So the Cougars will inbounds from the corner. Looking for the quick cut to the basket. Layup is good. Friendly roll. And that's James' 4th point of the night. And then the Cougars nearly pick it off at midcourt, slap it out of bounds, and it will stay with the Indians. Good hustle that time by Matthews to break that one up. Looks like we may be having a substitution here into the contest, and we will. This will be Marshall coming into the contest. Jamari Marshall in for ICC. That substitution being brought to you by the Bank Okolona. New name, same great service that North Mississippi has come to know and trust over 75 years. John Harrod and the staff at Bank of Okolona is a proud sponsor of ICC Athletics here on the ICC Sports Network. There's a trap, and the Indians take it away. Transition they go. They're going to leave it up. Marshall's layup is good, and count the basket. The defense creating the points there for the Indians. As that was Jamari's first points of the game and a chance at a 3-point play the old-fashioned way. And coming in is going to be Chris Minton for the Indians. Free throw is good. So the Indians now, with their large lead of the night now at 10, they lead at 14-4. 13 and a half to go here until halftime. Remind you to stay tuned at halftime. We'll start looking back at some of the special moments as there's a nice cut to the basket as James gets his 6th point. He's the only Cougar to put points on the board so far. But to go back to that other previous thought, we're going to look back at special moments over the 75 years here at ICC as we celebrate 75 years of existence, 75 years of excellence as well here at Itawamba Community College. 3-point basket, yes! Marshall steps back and buries the 3, and ICC is starting to stretch it out a little bit here. As now they lead it the largest of the night by 11. That ball's going to be slapped away, but it will stay with the Cougars as the ball does go out of bounds. Last touch by ICC. Again, a good crowd slowly making their way in as we anticipated. Some students coming in after the cafeteria closes and seeing some of them actually got some to-go plates to go. And then also we got the voice going on. There's another steal by the Indians. And, great defensive play there to break that one up on what could have been an easy transition basket as you saw some of the ICC students quickly jump to their feet, seeing if Marshall could have climbed the ladder a little bit on that one. But instead, a great defensive play will force the Indians to set it up on the baseline. This is Singleton who has checked into the contest for the Indians. Another substitution being brought to you by Sam's Town Market. They are your source for fresh meat, produce, dairy, and local products. They're located on Highway 371 North, right there in the heart of Manatee. Stop by and see Sam Ferris and all the fine folks at Sam's Town Market and tell them thank you for sponsoring tonight's action here on the ICC Sports Network. So the ball goes out of bounds. It will stay with the Indians. 10 seconds on the shot clock. ICC leading this one 17-6. 3-point basket off the mark, no good. Rebound tipped around. It's going to go out of bounds. And last touch by the Indians. Also checking into the contest is Jaden Webb for ICC. So the Indians in the press. They throw over the top of it, try to challenge Webb, and the layup is good. That is Boston, the first player not named Joseph James to score for the Cougars. His first basket of the night makes it a 17-8 contest in favor of the Indians. NBA range 3 on its way. That one's short, no good. Rebound's going to be slapped out of bounds. They're going to say last touched by the Indians. Well, Marshall hit the last three, felt it on that one, just shortchanged it a little bit, and the ball now will go back to the Cougars. Well, here's a chance for Lawson to cut into this lead. ICC has led as much as 11. This one inside. Wild shot is up, no good, but there is going to be a foul. It'll be free throws coming up here for Joseph James. That is going to be the third team foul whistle on the Indians. As that foul whistle on Webb. He went to block the shot, left his feet early. Smart play there by James to get to the free throw line and see if he can get points to the clock. Stop. That first free throw is no good. Got a little bit of noise coming out of the student section. Have the ICC All-American band here. Like some of the baseball players cheering one of the players getting set to come in for Lawson State, kind of giving him a hard time. Second free throw on its way, and that one good. 7 points on the night here for Joseph James. He will check out, and this will bring in number 20, Stoudemire, back into the contest. That is a substitution that is being brought to you by the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, located at 499 Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. The Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi is the preferred choice of orthopedic care. So the Indians with the basketball. Back-to-back empty trips. You know, they're going to stop that one here. Lead it inside to Webb, and he traveled. And that's going to be a turnover, a rare turnover by the Indians, only the third of the contest. 8 for the Cougars, but the Cougars have settled down here a little bit. And so with 10:54 to play here in the first quarter. And there's going to be another turnover. So back-to-back turnovers shared between teams there. And so with 10:48 to play here in the first half. Indians leading this one 17-9. With the basketball looking to go to work here. Indians, they've been on a little bit of a scoring drought here, but Lawson hasn't been able to take advantage. There's a drive inside, contact, and a foul. And so that foul is going to be whistled on McCrary, his first foul, team fifth foul. And this is going to send George Marshall to the free throw line. He's got 3 points this evening, trying to add to that here. First free throw is kind as it bounced around a few times and eventually settled in the bottom of the net. Waiting for the second free throw coming up here. Chance to push that lead back out to double digits here for the Indians. And he does. Indians has led as much as 11. That's seen it cut down to 8. And a good job not panicking against the press there. ICC recovers nicely. It forces Lawson to reset. Runner in the paint. Nice touch, as that was Jacobs with the basket there. And the Cougars slowly but surely creeping their way back into this one. Indians with the basketball. Calling for a screen. Gets it now. Wants to work one-on-one. Good defense there. Webb lost it for a second. Was able to corral it. Indians working with 10 seconds now on the shot clock. Tough defense out of the Cougars. Nice little give and go action. Baseline jumper off the mark, no good. And another thing that the Cougars are doing a really good job of right now is limiting the Indians to one and done on the offensive side of the floor. So the Cougars with the basketball now, a chance to continue to cut into this lead. And we've got a whistle away from the ball. And that foul's going to be whistle on number 15. That's going to be Singleton. And that is going to be the fourth foul whistled on the Indians here. 5 have been called against Lawson. And so it'll be Cougars ball on the baseline. ICC going to get in a late substitution here as Rock Robinson will come back into the contest. This substitution being brought to you by the Indian Club. ICC fans, you can help support your favorite athletic program or the sports information department by visiting iccms.edu/Indian Club. That's iccms.edu/Indian Club. If you enjoyed this or other broadcasts, would like to help support future broadcasts, that's where you can donate to the sports information department. Indians in a man-to-man defense nearly take the ball away. So we're going to back it back out now, working with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Wants to go inside the paint, drops it off, and the ball's tipped around, and eventually turned over. And that's going to be a shot clock violation. Great defense there by the Indians. Maybe a little bit too unselfish on the part of the Cougars as they had a chance to get a shot up with about 3 seconds remaining. Instead, elected to make that extra pass, wasn't ready for it, and a turnover on the shot clock violation. So now the Indians have it. They lead this one 19-11. They've led as much as 11 in this contest. Rock fakes the three, now drives inside, kicks out. Nice ball movement by the Indians. Eventually ends up on the opposite wing, basically almost where it started from, and a good rebound there to keep it alive for the good guys. Into the corner they go with it. Eyes, tries, can't buy the three, and the rebound corralled by the Cougars. Little elbow action right there as Marshall tried to get the call and see if he got it. That's over and back. Well, they're going to talk about this one here as he was straddling the line. So they're going to say, did he or did he not establish his position on one side of the floor, and they are going to stay with the over and back call. And pretty much once you put that 1 foot on your side of the floor, you give up the backcourt. And that was the case there. Just an unfortunate mental mistake that results in the 11th turnover of the night by the Cougars. Well, the Indians have led as much as 11. It's now a 8-point contest. Robinson for 3. Yes. Robinson with his second three-pointer of the night. He's got 6 points. He leads all scorers in the leads the Indians. 7 by James of Lawson leads all scorers. Trying to go inside, and that's going to be a reach-in foul. Easy call there, as that's going to go against Horace. And that's going to be the 5th team foul whistled there on the Indians. ICC matching their largest lead of the night now at 11. Got to get it in bounds, and near 5-second violation. Big man wants to go inside, now kicks it out. Spot up three-pointer on its way. Short iron, no good, and a nice block out that time by Lee, and now ICC wanting to get out and run. Good no call by the official, and then the ball's going to go out of bounds. Last touched by the Indians. Let him play a little physical. Didn't really do anything as the ICC player initiated the contact with the drive into the defender. So 7.5 to go until halftime. Stay tuned. As we talked about, we'll have a special feature celebrating 75 years of excellence at ICC as we'll take a look back at the 2014 state championship team here for the men's basketball program. Wild layup put up, no good. Offensive rebound put back, count it. A rare offensive rebound as that was Eatman with the offensive board, and he just flipped it back up. It was fouled. And this will be a chance at a three-point play the old-fashioned way here. Only the third free throw of the evening unofficially here for the Cougars. They're 1 of 2 so far from the charity stripe. Free throw is good. High, arching, brought a little bit of rain, but at the end fell straight through the bottom of the net. It makes it a 22-14 contest. Almost surprised him with that trap at midcourt. Now Robinson's going to drop it off, and ICC is going to reset up top through Horace. Inside 7 minutes now. ICC with the basketball. They have 12 seconds on the shot clock. Lawson has given the Indians a lot of different looks, and there's a turnover by the Indians, 5th of the night. Down the other end, and a nice job in the finish by Matthews. And now the Indians need a timeout as this is a 6-point contest. We're going to take the timeout with them and come back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Manatee, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
And welcome back as we reset out that timeout. That timeout being brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland. For all your insurance needs, whether it be home, auto, or life, give State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland a call at 862-9648. That's 862-9648. And get a free quote when you set up an appointment today. Appreciate Brandon and all that he does to help with the broadcast here as Lee gets the basket, his 5th point of the night, and a nice job out of the timeout there by the Indians. Lawson with the basketball now. Trying to continue to cut into this lead. ICC has led as much as 11. They pushed the lead back up to 11. And then Lawson was able to come back in that one, but ICC forces a turnover. That is their 12th turnover of the first half. ICC has 5. Of course, those stats unofficial. As Rock Robinson with it, throws away from the trap. Into the corner they go with it. 3-point basket on its way. That one short, no good. Rebound tipped around. It's going to be last touched by the Cougars. Well, the internet not quite wanting to agree with me up here as I'm trying to update Twitter. Remember, you can follow us on Twitter at Let's Go ICC. Actually, you can follow us at Let's Go ICC on your favorite social media platform, including TikTok. Drive inside, kick out. Rock thought about the 3, now dribbles in for a closer 2 and buries it. Nice decision there by Rock to take the more high percentage shot. And there's another near turnover, but Lawson gets it back, drops it off to the backside, and not a bad foul by Webb. Didn't want to give up the easy dunk that time. And that is going to be the 2nd foul there on Webb. So both big guys with 2 fouls in the contest here for the Indians. And this is going to send Eatman back to the free throw line where he's 1 from 1 on the evening. He does have 3 points in the contest. That free throw is no good. Substitution coming into the game here for the Indians. This is going to be Ladarius Mack in here for ICC. A substitution that's being brought to you by Cagle Eye Center. Need to get your eyes checked? Well, set up your appointment today by calling 862-EYES. That's 862-EYES. As there's a lane violation on Lawson, so that free throw will not count. And it looks like the Cougars want a full timeout. Let's take it with them and hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Roger, we've located it. The Call of Duty combo. Little Caesar slices and sticks and a 20-ounce Mountain Dew. Mmm-mmm. Mission deliciously accomplished. Unlock dual double XP with a Call of Duty combo or Mountain Dew at Little Caesars.
Pizza, pizza. Matthew, Little Caesars is now the official pizza of the NFL.
Let's hear it.
Pizza, pizza.
Again.
Pizza, pizza.
Pizza, pizza. No!
Pizza, pizza!
We're ready!
Enjoy game day with the Fanceroni Pepperoni with over 100 Old World pepperonis.
Pizza, pizza.
And welcome back out of the timeout. ICC leading this one 26-16. 5:22 to go here in the first half. That timeout being brought to you by Max Home right here in Fulton. They're hiring for all positions, and they're willing to train quality people. Join the best, train with the best, be the best. That's why they sponsored the best. Max Home with locations in Fulton and Sulligent, Alabama. Layup, yes! As Horace is a little trouble getting his footing back underneath him after getting the layup. 3-point basket on the other end. Yes, nice answer that time, as that was Jacobs with the first three-pointer of the contest for the Cougars. He now has 5 points. So the Indians lead back to 9. They're 2-0 on the year, most recently coming off an impressive win over Huntington College's JV squad. There's a nice offensive rebound. Rock spins it around. Indians being patient on the offensive end. Beautiful play. Layup, though. Oh, great defensive play there by Eatman. That was almost going to be our What a Play Wednesday nominee there if they could have finished that one. Oh, big three-pointer miss. I do like that shot selection, though, by the Cougars to see if they could not really make a dent in this Indians lead. As I said, the Indians have led as much as 11. It's gotten down to 6 once, but pretty much has been between 9 and 11 points here in this first half. Runner off the mark, no good. Offensive rebound, kick out. Rock, eyes, tries. Can't buy the three, and that's a push in the back, but no call. Well, the Indians had an opportunity, just couldn't quite get that shot to fall. And now the Cougars with the basketball. Put it in the corner of their own. Now they drive, and he's going to be out of bounds as he going to turn around and say he got pushed, but that was just good defense on the part of Pearson that time to not give him any room on that baseline. The only option he had was to go around him, and when he did, he stepped out of bounds, and now the ball will go back to the Indians. So ICC with the basketball needs to finish this final 3.5 with a strong run here. Lawson, though, would like to see it on their end so they can get back into this contest. And this time the drive, baseline, and it's going to be slapped out of bounds. Last touched by the Cougars. Rock was looking for the foul, and I say good no call that time by the referees as the defender kind of stepped away and caused Rock to lose his footing that time. So it'll be ICC ball on the baseline. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Get it inside. Strong move to the basket, but a big-time denial. Nice job there blocking the shot by Stoudemire. And there's another one on the other end, but a foul called on the Indians. Well, that one's going to be on Josh Lee. And they've got that as his first foul. I have it as his second. But the big board and the scoreboard is the only one that matters. That free throw, no good. This is Matthews at the charity stripe. We got a substitution coming in here for the Indians, as this will be Pearson coming back into the contest for ICC. Second free throw is good by Matthews. He's got 3 points now in the contest, and it's an 8-point advantage for the Indians. Cougars continuing to hang around in this one. ICC has had a chance to blow this one open, but haven't been able to do so. Tough defense by the Cougars. They'll line up in a zone, then they'll come at you. That's a jump ball. Good job. Referee agrees. Possession error in favor of the Cougars. But yeah, the Indians have had a chance to blow this one open, but the switching of defenses caused the Indians a lot of problems. They'll come down and face a zone, a matchup zone, and then a man-to-man, and then they'll start in a man-to-man, then fall back in a 2-3 zone. So a lot of different looks defensively out of the Cougars tonight. Indians have pretty much been man-to-man since the opening tip. So 2.5 to go now until halftime. Again, remind you to stay tuned for the Little Caesars halftime show. Drive inside, floater in the paint, no. Rebound tipped around and still being tipped around. Cougars get it underneath. That's got to be a travel. And it's going to be out of bounds, though. Last touch by the Cougars. Went to put the ball on the deck in a lot of traffic, but the fact that he was able to advance from the block underneath the basket without putting the shot up, the ball, I think the referee is just like, well, ICC ball. That's what we'll call it instead of calling the travel. So the Indians with it, trying to build on this 8-point lead. They've led as much as 11, but the Cougars, as we said, not going quietly here in the first half. Rock with the basketball. Again, tough defense out of Lawson. Lane opens up. Finger roll is not there. The tip is not there, and the rebound to the Cougars. Well, if they can make this a 4-point game before halftime, or, with 1:45 to go, could possibly get this thing to 2 or even tied up. There's a turnover. Indians on a 2-on-1 break, and then the Indians give it right back. It's a little too much on the pass that time. That was the 15th turnover of the game for the Cougars, 7th for the Indians. So the fact that the Cougars are still hanging around despite that many turnovers is impressive. So Lawson with the basketball. They do the extra pass, and it's taken away. Nice job there by the Indians to force yet again another turnover. Robinson thought about the three, now gives it up, goes to the corner, baseline drive on its way, is off the mark, no good. And again, only one and done. Very few offensive rebounds tonight for the Indians, and there is a foul. That is one right there that number 3 ball faked and dribbled into it. And that's going to be the 9th team foul whistled here on the Indians. 5 have been called on the Cougars. And a chance for the Cougars to get points with the clock stopped here are going to be big, as this is sending McCrary to the free throw line. First free throw, good. His first points of the night. Of course, when I call out these stats are unofficial, as I'm running the board, doing the replays, keeping stats, and trying to update Twitter all at the same time. Second free throw, that one good as well. Nice job there by McCrary, cashing in on both free throws. Makes it a 6-point contest. That's the closest as the Cougars have been able to get since falling behind 11. Now with 1 minute to play until halftime. Indians trying to go baseline, nothing there, nearly loses the basketball. Now gets this one up to Lee. Lee has it with 5 seconds, three-pointer, good! Big basket knocked down there by Lee. That's his 8th point of the night. He and Rock Robinson leading all scorers in the contest. That was a big basket, pushes the lead back out now, 31-22. That's 9. Just letting go to the basket. Good job by not committing the cheap foul there, as Jacob takes advantage and gets his 7th point of the night, and a big answer by the Cougars on the other end. So the Indians can hold off for the last shot here. 5 seconds now. Drives inside, puts the shot up, and it's good! And we can mark that one for a potential What a Play Wednesday, brought to you by Renaissance Bank. Indians lead at 33-24 at the break. We're going to take the timeout and come back with a special halftime show here in Fulton. ICC up 33-24 at the break.
For the past 3/4 of a century, ICC, or IJC, has provided a service of quality education to North Mississippi, the region, and beyond. The very essence of ICC lies within the students, faculty, staff, administrators, and a vast number of alumni who refer to ICC as family or simply home. Starting on September 1st, we will begin a year-long celebration to honor the 75th year of the best community college in the state and beyond. We hope you will join us as we reflect on the great memories, friendships, lessons, and accomplishments that this institution has shared with us over its storied history.
Before we get head coach Grant Pate to introduce the team and the managers, I'd like to ask our Hall of Fame athletic director, Carrie Ball Williamson, to come forward with a few words. Carrie?
I want you to know. Now, if you missed the game last Thursday night, then you missed the treat. Because we had the atmosphere going, we had the crowd, and yeah, I love you too. But look, hey, our boys are working really, really hard now. Sometimes I have to run them out of the gym. That's how hard they work. Now, we want to get behind them this week just like we got behind them last week. They've done a great job all year long. And I know it's going to be the same Thursday night, right? All right, good deal. Thank you.
Our Hall of Fame athletic director, Carrie Ball Williamson. And as Coach Ball Williamson was mentioning, yes, these guys are the North Division champs, they're the state champs, and they're 3 wins away from making it to the National Sweet 16 tournament in Hutchinson, Kansas. So we're knocking on that door for another trophy. At this time, I'd like to ask our head coach, hopefully soon to be MACJC Coach of the Year, Grant Pate.
First of all, I want to introduce our team, if that's okay. Our sophomores, if you would stand up after I call your name. Randy Brown from DeSoto Central, Corey Rice from Starkville High School, Dr. Lee from Raymond High School, Alex Anderson from East High School in Memphis. Thank you guys. Our freshmen, we'll start on the front. Alex Arnold, Lewisburg High School. D. Gates from Baldwin High School. Ben Shannon from North Pontotoc High School. McKee Westbrook from Shannon High School. Tyrone Wood from Tresman High School. Mason Pinson from Baldwin High School. Tevin Lindsay from Baldwin High School. Tate Crawford from West Oktibbeha and Aberdeen High School. Kevin Fleming from Rosenford High School. And Austin Timms from Moorville High School. Marcus Bracey from Rural Central High School. Formerly Drew High School. We want to thank our managers, Jordan Thompson from Hickory Flat, Preston Coleman from Grenada, Michael Ellis from Douglas High School. And I want to thank our assistant coach, Adam Kirk, for all his hard work. You know, when you win a championship, it takes a whole lot of people to win a championship. It takes a lot of support from a lot of people because you're only as good as everyone in this room and then the people on the outside of the room. And God has blessed us in a whole lot of ways with a lot of good people. And I want to thank God first for this opportunity. I want to thank Him for, blessing us with this group of young men, blessing us with this crowd here, the crowd that was at the games. I can go through every department on campus and name each department and thank each department because each department plays an important role in what we do here in this campus. And the crowd at the games was unbelievable. The excitement, the enthusiasm all throughout the year. The guys fed off of that. They played to the crowd, and it was loud. It was a lot of fun throughout the year. And it takes a lot of dedication. It takes a commitment in order for these young men to accomplish what they do. And we're just thankful to be part of it and be here at ICC and to represent the best junior college in the nation. And Itawamba Community College is the best, without a doubt, hands down. The best support staff, the best faculty, the best staff, whatever it is, Itawamba Community College is the top. And we've got a lot to be thankful for, and we have a lot to be proud of. And so I want to thank all of you for all your support. We appreciate it, and we look forward to playing Northwest tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. And wish that all of you could be there. Yes, ma'am. Whoop it up. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And be loud, be proud, talk about it. But we want to thank you, God bless you, and thank you for having us here today.
Man, state championship over East Mississippi, exciting game. Just talk about how you feel.
I feel great. I feel like all our hard work paid off. We came together as a team, and we just had fun winning the state.
All right, man, you guys kept fighting. East Mississippi gave you everything you wanted and then some. Just talk about that last few minutes and how it felt when that final buzzer sound.
Well, as Coach said, in the whole of basketball game to run, we just had to keep our head, keep our cool, and stay calm. We got a few turnovers, but we came together as a team at the end and pulled it off.
Story, just moments after winning the state championship, man, how's it feel?
I mean, it feels good. All this hard work we've been doing all season, it's about time we get one.
Man, you've put in a lot of hard work this season. Had 10 double-doubles coming in tonight. Just talk about, if you will, man, how's it feel knowing now that you're state champion, holding off a very strong East Mississippi team tonight?
I mean, it feels good. East Mississippi got a good team. They've been winning for the past 3-4 years. It was time for a change.
Austin, man, a very hard-fought game against East Mississippi tonight. Win a state championship, how's it feel?
Man, it feels awesome, man. I've been waiting on this ever since I was in high school. It feels great.
Well, just talk about it, man. They hit that big three. That was a clutch free throw by Tyrone at the end. How did it feel once that buzzer went off?
Man, he had us at the edge of our seats, I ain't gonna lie. But, after we went in and they came down, 4 points, we knew it was over. So it was a great game.
Jonathan, man, talk about it. Last year, missed the playoffs. This year, winning the state championship. Just talk about this team and this feeling right now.
We came together, we played hard, we practiced every day, good and bad, and we just came through for each other tonight.
We're talking about Tyrone, you guys, we called you the cardiac kids all year, and you did it again this year, man. You misses the first one, makes that second free throw. When that final horn sound, the students rushed the floor, man. Just talk about that moment, how it felt.
Man, it felt good. It was my first time ever, being in a situation like that, playing for a championship. And Tyrone Wooten, he's a good freshman, came through in the clutch, and that's what we practiced on. We believed in him, and he came through.
Talking with the state champion hero, Tyrone Wooten, man. You hit the game-winning free throw there at the end with 5 seconds left. Just take us through those 2 free throws, man. Just clutch in the final seconds.
Well, the first free throw, I had a lot of pressure on me, but when I seen it hit, then the second free throw I knew I had to hit it because we can go about 4 points and be a champion. So I had to do it all for the team.
Well, man, let's just talk about that. They hit that 3, but we still hold on to win. And the entire student section that come out to support you guys tonight, rushed the floor, celebrate with you guys, man. Just talk about how it feels being a state champion.
Oh, I feel good to be here. I feel like the best thing in the world. And we worked from the summertime to here. So we worked for it, and we finally got it.
Roger, we've located it. The Call of Duty Combo. Little Caesar slices and sticks in a 20-ounce Mountain Dew. Mission deliciously accomplished. Unlock dual double XP with a Call of Duty Combo or Mountain Dew at Little Caesars.
Pizza, pizza. Matthew, Little Caesars is now the official pizza of the NFL.
Let's hear it.
Pizza, pizza.
Again.
Pizza, pizza.
Pizza, pizza. No!
Pizza, pizza!
We're ready!
Enjoy game day with the Fanceroni Pepperoni with over 100 Old World pepperonis.
Pizza, pizza.
Show your school spirit with our exclusive debit cards. Represent ICC with a special card design you can only get from First American National Bank. You'll show your support every time you use the card. Support ICC with a Spirit debit card from FANB.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We get set to start the second half of play. Let's take a look at some quick scoring stats here for ICC. It was Horace who had 9 points, Lee with 8, 3 for Marshall. That was George Marshall had 5. It was Jamari Marshall with 3 points, and Rock Robinson had 8. Those are your stats there, brought to you by Sam's Town Market there in Manatee. Appreciate Sam's Town Market and all the other fine folks for sponsoring tonight's action. Also want to say a special thank you to Brother Chris Burrows. He came by at halftime to see if I needed anything to drink. He is the director of the ICC Baptist Student Union, and they are a proud sponsor of ICC Athletics. They meet Monday nights at 7:07. You can follow them on social media at ICCBSU. Well, this possession is kind of ugly here for the Indians as they finally get off a three-pointer. That one's off the mark, no good. Good job once again by that Lawson State defense that has been extremely difficult to battle tonight for the Indians. That's going to be a jump ball, possession arrow in favor of the Cougars. Looks like the original starters back on the floor for ICC. Josh Lee wearing 3, Horace wearing 4, George Marshall wearing 12, 21 Rock Robinson, and 24 is Eddie Page. Looks like it might be the original starting 5 again here for Lawson, as number 2 is going to be James Matthews, number 4 Joseph James, number 5 Michael Jacobs, number 20 is Trevion Stoudemire, and 24 is Jadarius Eatman. Of course, when we talk about those, we want to make sure we talk about Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, as they have been a long-time proud sponsor of ICC Athletics. That's what we always say, ICC and Coke. Now that's a winning combination. And there's a nice jumper to start the second half, as that was Matthews to knock that one down. His 5th point of the evening here for the Cougars. So the Indians with the basketball. The lane opens up. Long 2 on its way. Nothing but the bottom of the net, as that was Lee answering on the other end. He enters double digits now with 10 points. Cougars trailed as much as 11. Able to battle back and cut it to single digits before halftime. Inside they go. Layup is on its way, and it's good. That was Stoudemire, his first points of the evening. Makes it a 35-28 contest. 18.5 to play here in the second half. ICC 2-0 on the year. There's a drive inside, nothing there. Kicks it out. NBA range 3 on its way. Good. As that was George Marshall for 3. That's going to be his second three-pointer of the night. He's got 8 points, and ICC now has pushed the lead back out to 10. Cougars working off a high screen into the corner. They want to answer a 3 on the other end. That one's long, no good. And the rebound corralled that time by Horace. Indians quickly down the other end, losing the handle on the way up, and there's going to be a foul. Nice move there by Marshall to get by the defender. The defender only had one option. That was to swipe at the basketball, and he's called with the foul, and that one's going to be on Matthews. And that's going to be his second foul, and ICC heading to the free throw line. This is George Marshall at the line. He's got 8 points, a chance to get into double digits here. He's 2 for 2 on the evening from the charity stripe and makes the first one. He's now got 9. Second free throw on his way. That one good as well. So now Marshall joins Josh Lee with 10 points to lead all scorers in the contest. ICC's jumping out in the 2-2-1 press and not really putting a lot of pressure on there, as 3 passes and it was broke for the Cougars. Indians falling back in a 2-3 zone. Haven't seen that a lot tonight, as Coach Pate trying to get the guys to kind of pack the zone in a little bit, as this 3-point shot is good. Well, James says, hey, you're going to tell them to lay back, I'm going to make you pay, and he's now got 8 points. 41-30 now, 40-31 now is the score. You know, we heard from First American National Bank just before we closed halftime. I saw Tommy Chenley in the house as Josh Lee gets that one to fall. Tommy, a proud supporter of Itawamba Community College. Also heard that Miss Sylvia's in the house tonight. A former assistant to the AD who retired this past year, as that's going to be a charging foul. Well, that's one that honestly could have gone either way. as I thought the defender from ICC kind of bumped him into the guy that took the charge. But instead, they're going to call the foul on the Cougars, and that's going to be the first foul of the night there by Michael Jacobs. Second team foul, and again, getting the towel boy out there. I know that was something Jim talked about the other night in a home opener. Need to make sure we get that young man's name because he has been hustling again tonight. So the Indians matching their largest lead of the night, 42-31. A chance to build on that here as they break the press and really not getting into the press as they tried to bait them into it at half court. Indians, much different team than what we saw the other night. Nice move underneath, count the basket. That's going to be an early What a Play Wednesday nominee there as Lee with a little shake and bake didn't need anybody to help. And the lead now for the Indians is at 13. Lawson trying to answer. Layup was left short, no good, and the rebound ripped down by the Indians. Into the corner they go, and he's going to travel. Or he's going to say he stepped out of bounds. Either one would have been the right call as he kind of took a gathering step after catching the basketball versus taking it while catching the basketball. Well, that was a big takeaway there, too, because the Indians buried the three. So Lawson dodging a big-time bullet there. We got a foul away from the basketball, and this one's going to go against the Indians. And that one's going to go against Eddie Page. Page just leaning on him a little too much. He gets the foul call. That's going to be his third foul, so he will head to the bench. Coaching opportunity here for Coach Wilson and Coach Hayslip. So it'll be Cougars ball on the baseline. ICC leading this one 44-31, their largest lead of the night. Oh, nice quick pass, but a great job there as that was Webb picking that one off. And now here come the Indians trying to get out and push a little. Three-point basket on its way. Yes! Lawson needs the timeout. ICC is rolling 47-31. Let's take the timeout with them and be back with more right after this.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
And welcome back as we reset out of that timeout. That timeout being brought to you by First American National Bank. ICC fans, show your school spirit with the First American National Bank exclusive ICC debit card. Visit FAMB.bank. That's FAMB.bank for more information. Well, the Indians out to their largest lead of the night. With a quick start here to the second half, Lawson needed to take the timeout to stop a little bit of the bleeding here. ICC has changed again to that zone defense. It's worked well as it was saved, but said his foot was out of bounds when he went to make the save on the play, so the ball will stay with Lawson with 20 seconds on the shot clock. That ball nearly taken away on the inbounds, and there's going to be a foul. And that one's going to be whistled on Webb, and now Webb's going to have 3 fouls. So Indians are going to have to make a substitution here as they're going to send Rock Robinson back into the game. So both big men in foul trouble here for the Indians. Not sure what the officials were talking about afterwards. Neither player from Lawson or ICC really said anything or made a motion towards each other after that foul. As shot is up and good. Nice job catching ICC asleep on the inbounds as McCrary picks up his 4th point of the night, makes it a 47-33 lead. That three-pointer off the mark. Ball is bounced around, and now Lawson going to get out in the open floor. That layup is up and good, and the Cougars now flip the switch a little bit. So that's going to be the 9th point of the night there by Michael Jacobs to make it 47-35 with 14.5 to play. Drive to the basket, scoop shot is good. Kobe Horse enters double digits now with 11 points on the evening. Looking to go inside with it. Kick it out. Quick three-point shot is on its way. Nice ball movement. That shot was left short, no good, but a great job being in the right spot at the right time by James to get the basket. I don't know what was just called there. Maybe a sideline warning on Lawson, or wasn't anything put over the PA system that time, and we've got a foul. And that one's going to be on, actually, we're going to call this one on ICC. But it said it was the, now there's tons of confusion on the floor here as Lawson thought it was called a moving screen on the Indians, but instead it's going to be called a foul on Stoudemire, and that's going to be his 2nd foul. So either way it goes, after all that confusion, even on the previous play call, ICC has the basketball and the lead here. Going against the screen, floater in the paint, bouncing around. No, the rebound's going to be tipped out of bounds, and it will go to the Cougars. Adam Gore, Raphael Henry on hand here for tonight's action in Fulton. Remind you to come back tomorrow night as the Lady Indians will be in action against Wallace State. That'll come your way at 5:30 here on the Red Channel if you can't make it out to Fulton, as there's a quick three-point basket put up, no good, and that's got to be over the back, but no call. And ICC gets it out now on the open floor. Marshall drives inside. They're going to call a charge. Good call there as Marshall just a little bit out of control, as Jacobs was there in time, just in time to draw the charge. Well, as we said, this is a total different team than we saw at ICC in the first game of the year. They were a team that liked to get out and run, and with Lawson only having 9 players, you thought that might be what the Indians have done tonight, but Lawson has a very, very tough defense that has kept the Indians out of those running opportunities, and there's a layup too hard, no good. As they switched up between zone, matchup zone, man-to-man, and giving the Indians a lot of different looks tonight. As there's going to be a drive to the basket underneath. Layup is good. Josh Lee continues to roll here for the Indians. He leads all scorers tonight with 16 points. But yeah, as we said, ICC in that first game, it was the running Indians, if you will. Tonight they've had a few running opportunities, a few fast break opportunities, but have pretty much been forced to set up and run their offense. As misses the first shot, gets the second one to go, and one. As Joseph James been very impressed with the point guard for Lawson. He now has 11 points and a chance at a three-point play the old-fashioned way. So far tonight, he's 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Remind you to stay tuned. Following the game, we'll have the Renaissance Bank post-game report coming your way. Take a look back at some of the highlights from tonight's action. Get some of these stats on the evening as well, as that free throw was good. 12 points now for James. He's 2 of 3 from the free throw line. So the Indians now wants to set up their offense. They lead this one by 11. And there's going to be a very, very tough ticky-tack foul called on Etman. And it's going to be his second foul. Each team with 4 fouls here in the second half. Nice extra pass. Layup is good. Beautiful layup there. Nice dish, as that was Singleton's first points of the night. ICC lead back to 13. 11:45 to play in the contest. And it's going to be taken away, and they're going to call a foul on the Indians. Well, it looked like that time Marshall had picked the pocket of the ball handler, but instead the official said got him across the arm. And that's going to be the third foul called on George Marshall. So you've got George Marshall, Jaden Webb, and Eddie Page, all with 3 fouls in the contest here for the Indians. James back to the free throw line, makes the first one. He is 3 for 4 for the charity stripe tonight. He's got 13 points to lead the way for the Cougars. And the Indians step in the lane, so that'll be a violation, but he makes it, so no need to call the violation there. Lawson, again, in that press, not really causing a lot of problems for the Indians so far, but at the same time not being very aggressive with that press. Three-pointer on its way. That one halfway down, no good. Easy rebound, reeled in that time for the Cougars, and a chance to continue to cut into this lead. They've trailed as much as 16. They've made it a 6-point contest twice after falling behind 11 in the first half, but just have not been able to do anything since then, because every time they go on a run, it seems like ICC has an answer. As that ball tipped out of bounds, last touched by the Indians, and looked like it hit one of the players that had some water in his hand, so they don't get that wiped up over on the sideline. It's also get an opportunity for the Indians to get in a substitution here, as this will be Pearson into the contest. This substitution is being brought to you by the ICC Wesley Foundation. They're located right across the street from us here at the Davis Event Center. The ICC Wesley Foundation, they meet for worship on Tuesday nights. Follow them on Instagram or Facebook at ICC Wesley. Well, still working on the spill there on the far side of the floor. Get it into the big man. They do have a little bit of a mismatch as they're going to quickly get it out. Spotted up for the 3, but when he went to run with the basketball, or when he put the ball on the floor, his foot went back and stepped out of bounds. And so that'll be another turnover there for the Cougars. This will be one thing the Cougars look back at tonight and want to see if they can clean up going forward in the season. Is going to be those stats in the turnover department. Floater in the paint, on its way, bouncing around. Friendly roll, as that was Marshall. Jamari Marshall. Got to remember we got 2 Marshalls on the team. Jamari Marshall, he gets his 5th point of the night, and the lead back to 13 here for the Indians. In and out they go, 3-point basket. That one halfway down, won't fall, and the Indians chase down the rebound. So ICC with the basketball, looking to go to work on the offensive end. Step back 3, oh yes! As that was Marshall. Back-to-back baskets now, and I believe they're going to call that one a 2-pointer. And we've got a foul away from the basketball on the drive, and it's going to be a charge. And that foul whistled against the Cougars, and a nice take there defensively by the Indians. Substitutions coming into the contest here for the Cougars. These substitutions brought to you by Bank Oklahoma. New name, same great service that North Mississippi has come to know and expect and trust for more than 75 years. John Harrod and the staff at Bank Oklahoma is proud to support ICC athletics. Got 9:59 to play. And ICC still leading in this one but still a lot of time to play. As this is a very scrappy squad out of Lawson that, with the type of defense they play, they can easily force you into some bad shots and some misses and make you go cold from the floor. And you got to feel like they've got some shooters, so they can just get a little bit of a run here to possibly climb their way back into this one. Tried to do the extra pass that time and a little too fancy. Turnover on the other end. That's going to be a block on the Indians. Well, we got the student section fired up and may have just tried to do a little bit too much after that and turns it over. And guess what? We're going to have another break in the action here as bodies hit the floor. And means it's time to wipe up some sweat. Remind you again, you can follow us on Twitter at Let's Go ICC on your favorite social media platform. If you're out there watching, hit us up. Let us know on Twitter at Let's Go ICC. Nice pass. Good job letting traffic clear. And the basket good there for McCrary. He's got 6 points now. Makes it a 57-44 contest. Indians with the basketball, quickly swinging around, three-pointer on its way. That one left short, no good. Nothing but purple shirts on the inside to get that rebound. That's what we talked about. They can force you into some misses if they can start turning some of those empty trips into points on the other end. But instead, a nice effort by the Indians, nearly take it away, but Lawson keeps it now. 12 seconds on the shot clock, now make it 10. Indians showing they can play some tough defense on their own here. Three-pointer from the corner, no. Rebound tipped around, and ICC finds it. The Indians going to slow it down a little bit. See if they can try to work some clock here. Rock Robinson for three. That one halfway down, no. And the rebound pulled down by the Cougars. Again, the Cougars just cannot take advantage of the cold shooting by the Indians to be able to continue to chip into this lead as there's a drive inside, and good call, good call, good call. Fans did not like the fact that they called it a blocking foul, but he was inside the arch. And that will break the Boo Birds out here at the Davis Event Center. Again, join us tomorrow night. Lady Indians will be in action. They'll host Wallace State. That'll be a First American National Bank opening tip at 5:30, means a 5:20 Davis Ford pregame show will be coming your way here on the Red Channel. But go ahead and make your plans. Come out and join us here at the Davis Event Center. A great crowd. The ICC All-American Band, one of their first games they've been at this year. That free throw no good. Kind of let the crowd speak for themselves right there. As this is Jacobs at the free throw line, a chance to put his name in the box score with a made free throw here. He's got 9 points. And the second free throw is good. So Jacobs now with 10 will have a substitution coming into the game. This will be Joseph James re-entering. He leads the Cougars with 14 points. So Lawson trying to climb their way back into this one. Again, not really causing any problems with that press. It's a 1-2-2 style press or a 3-2 press. And the Indians just moving the ball quickly enough not to allow them to set up the trap. 8 seconds now on the shot clock. Big man goes inside, scoop shot, no. Rebound being chased around, and the Cougars eventually find it. Good show of sportsmanship there by Stoudemire as he made sure to help up the ICC player that had failed. Nice offensive block out. That's a block. That's a charge. That's a charge. That's a charge. Well, I've agreed with the officials all night up to this point right here, as that was a great job by the ICC defender getting there in time. But not only that, but the spin leading with the elbow made that one of the easiest calls you could have made all night, but missed there by the official on the baseline. And so this will send Boston to the free throw line. 7:38 to go in this one, 57-45. ICC leading this one. They fell behind 2-0 and then rallied to take I believe, an 8-2 lead with an 8-0 run and haven't looked back since. Boston, guilty conscience free throw, couldn't get that one to fall. And now the Indians with it. 7:35 to play in the contest. That ill-advised shot there was blocked. And the referee blowing the whistle. He pointed at the floor. I think that was an inadvertent whistle, is what he said. Told his partner. He said, hey, that was on me. I shouldn't have blown the whistle in that situation, but it did let the substitutions get in there for both teams. So just, I can buy that, and the good job by the referee that did blow that whistle. Come by and talk to the coach of Lawson and tell him what had happened. Quickly flip it out for a three. Big if it falls. That one no good, and the rebound to the Indians. Well, ICC once again is going to try to hold the ball a little bit to work some clock. Now coming up on 7 minutes to play in the contest. ICC, they'll be in action tomorrow night. They'll travel to Stillman to take on their JV squad. Trying to go inside, up and under. Shot is up and no good, but we've got a foul. Nice job getting the defender on the heels, recognizing that, getting him in the air and drawing the contact. And this will send ICC back to the free throw line, and this is going to be Josh Lee. That foul is going to be whistled on Boston, his first foul. Be the team's sixth foul. That free throw good for Josh Lee. He now has 17 points to lead all scorers on the evening. Lee is 2 of 3 from the charity stripe. And can't get that last one to fall there. He'll sit at 17 points now. So the Cougars with the basketball. They've got to find a basket to strip down the floor. Can't afford to start going empty on the offensive side of the floor. Swinging around into the corner. Great ball movement. Three-pointer on its way. That one halfway down. No. Tough break there for the Cougar. Excellent ball movement. Just unfortunately, the ball movement caused enough guys to get shifted out of the paint, and an easy rebound for the Indians. Oh, nearly picks the pocket of the Indians that time as Lawson coming out again. Tough defense. Lee with the basketball is going to back it out now with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Now make it 5. Inside they go, and a great defensive play to slap that one away, as I think Webb was looking for the jam. And I talked about him earlier. There's Tommy and his crew coming through, as they've enjoyed a night of basketball, probably getting close to bedtime for the young ones. As the Indians fall back in a zone now. They're going to be content with Lawson just passing the ball around on the offensive side of the floor. There's a trap on the baseline. In trouble. He's got to get rid of it. Does so. 2 seconds now on the shot clock. Throws up a desperation three. That one's off the mark. No good. Now the Indians thought about getting out to run. Wants to drive baseline. Goes underneath. A lot of contact and can't get the shot to fall. Well, George Marshall realized he had a mismatch there defensively. Kind of got the defender on his heels. Was able to draw the foul, as that's going to be the second foul whistled on Jacobs. And this will send George Marshall to the free throw line. He's got 13 points on the evening. That free throw is good for Marshall. So waiting the second attempt here. And that one good as well. That one danced around and finally found its way through. 15 points now for George Marshall. 5:20 to play in this one. ICC maintaining this double-digit lead for a majority of the second half so far. Nice ball movement. Again, ICC, though, shifting nicely defensively. Ball's going to be slapped out of bounds. Last touched by the Indians with 12 seconds on the shot clock. Try to go to the lob that time, and not really sure who he's throwing it to because ICC had two guys between the basketball and the person they were looking to lob it to. So another turnover there by the Cougars. And again, that's going to be one thing that the Cougars are really going to focus on cleaning up going forward the rest of the year. And that's going to be an over and back call. Good defense by Matthews. That's the reason why I say that. They've got a very good defensive squad. If they can clean up some of these turnovers going forward, they're going to be extremely tough for teams that see them in the future. So instead of it being 30 seconds, it's going to be 20 seconds on the shot clock. And there's a steal by the Indians, though. ICC wanting to get out and run, and that foul on Lawson. And that one's going to go against Jacobs, and that's going to be his third, team 8. So it'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity coming up here for Lee to continue to build on his 17-point performance tonight. Free throw, no good. Second straight miss by Lee. 4.5 now left to play. And, that foul is going to be whistled there on Pearson. The reason why I kind of oohed over that one. Very touch foul call there. If anything, like it might have been a little bit of a push-off offensively. Seen a lot more contact on other calls, not called tonight. So a break there for the Cougars. This is Matthews. James Matthews at the line. He hits that first free throw. He now has 9 points on the evening. And I believe we're going to have a timeout on the floor. Timeout on the floor taken here. Let's take it with them. And we'll be back with more right after this.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
And welcome back as we reset out of the timeout. We do want to remind you that a proud sponsor of ICC Athletics is TM Realtor Ricky Murphy. When you're creating a plan to buy your first home or maybe getting ready to move into your forever home, call TM Realtor agent Ricky Murphy at 842-3844. That's 842-3844 to discuss your next move. That second free throw good for Matthews. He now has 10 points on the evening. ICC trying to hang on to this one this late into the evening. That ball's going to be slapped out of bounds. Last touch by the Cougars. First time they've actually shown, and this is sounding weird, shown pressure out of their pressure as they were able to slap that one out of bounds. It's almost been more so that they've just been lining up in that press. And now they're actually trapping it a few times. Indians have 4 seconds to get across, so they get it with a little bit of change to spare. And now they're really extending that defense here against the Indians. Marshall driving inside, kicked it out to the corner. Three-pointer, no good. Well, there's the stop. Now if you're the Cougars, you got to get points here on the other end. Three-pointer from the corner. No, that one off the mark. And the rebound's tipped out and still loose on the floor. And somehow the Indians find it. And then that's just going to be an extra effort foul there. One of those you're not going to be mad at if you're Lawson's coach. if anything, you're going to be a little upset that the Indians had contact. And then they get called for the contact, as that's going to be the second foul on McCrary. The Indians, I tell you what, guys, could have really put this game on ice from the free throw line, but they have struggled down the stretch from the charity stripe. As this is Colby Horace to the line. He's got 11 points. He is 1 for 1 tonight from the free throw line, now making 2 for 2. He's got 12 on the evening. Second free throw, gets them both. Big mates there for Colby Horace, and we've got another timeout. Timeout on the floor. Let's take it with them. I believe it's going to be a full timeout. We'll be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
There you hear the ICC All-American Pep Band getting fired up their first night here in the DEC, and it just adds to an already electric atmosphere as ICC is up in this one 62-47 with 3:41 left to play. And are they going to count the basket? We'll have to wait and see here. Yes, they do. And that's going to be a foul on Webb, and Webb has had a quiet night tonight as he ooh-and-ahs some crowds with some big thunderous dunks. But tonight he's only got 4 fouls to show for it, as that was McCrary completing the three-point play the old-fashioned way there. He's now got 9. It's a 12-point contest, 3:33 left to play. This one not put to bed yet, and that's why. A turnover by the Indians. And the ball will go back to the baseline here for the Cougars. It looks like Webb will come back in playing with 4 fouls here, so got to be smart. But at the same time, a good coaching situation here for Coach Pate and the rest of the coaching staff to let him in that playing situation. Say, hey, look, you're playing with 4 fouls. You got to play smart here, because that could be a situation he finds himself in later on this season. Ball taken away by ICC. Spin, hook shot, partially blocked. Loose ball on the floor, and the Cougars come away with it. Lawson on the other end, denied! Well, that's going to be a nominee for What a Play Wednesday this week. Great transition defense there on the other end to send that one out of bounds and take away what would have been an easy layup there for the Cougars. Into the corner they go. Quick three-pointer. That one back iron, no good. Rebound loose on the floor, still loose. And the Cougars somehow come away with it. Ball fake on the 3. Now step back one more time. Good. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Continue to be very impressed with the play of Joseph James. He's got 17 points now. And again, asking for a stoppage as getting some towels to wipe up the floor across the way. I want to say this. I've never seen the floor been mopped this much in my 12 years here at the college. Timeout on the floor. We're going to take it with them and be back with more right after this.
Over 100 crispy Old World pepperoni. Cheesy crust edge.
This Fanceroni pepperoni from Little Caesars is fancy.
Am I fancy enough for the Fanceroni? I'm wearing cargo shorts.
But Tim, Me too.
Fancy isn't measured by your inseam. Fancy comes from here. Because if you are what you eat, then we're all feeling mighty fancy today! Yeah!
Try the Fanceroni pepperoni with over 100 Old World pepperoni.
Pizza, pizza.
Welcome back. We do remind you, looking for your next new or used vehicle, look no further than Davis Ford, located at 904 West Main Street in Fulton, or you can visit them online at davisfordsales.com to experience the Davis Ford difference. Raphael and I kind of talking between the break, and it's got to be the case. I know the weather has been kind of funky over the last few weeks. The Ford's got to be sweating. It's got to have some type of moisture built up on the floor, not just the players hitting the floor, as that ball nearly taken away on the inbounds. Now Lawson's got to start thinking about fouling, but you got to be careful on who does the fouling. Rock passes up on the three. There's the trap, and it's a turnover. Nice job there by Lawson, and now the other officials going to come over and overturn it, say that it was last touched by the Cougars. I think the ICC student section had some help on that, as they were right there on the spot. So the Indians will inbounds it. They're going to hold on to it as long as they can. Now 8 seconds on the shot clock. Wanting to work off a screen. Drives inside and is going to be tangled up, and this is not what we need here, as the player from Lawson, he just got tripped up that time and fell. And he's going to get the treatment from the ICC students here, but yeah, nobody from ICC really did anything, as he tried to come over and block the shot, and when he did, he got tangled up and his own teammate fell, and then came up pushing and actually kind of shoved his own player. And a good job by the ICC crew to, they reacted for a split second and then walked away from it. So a coaching opportunity there for the Cougars, as it'll be 2 free throws coming up here, as this is going to be Jamari Marshall at the free throw line. And he can't make the first one. Marshall's got 7 points on the evening, and now we will get the substitution in and out of the game here. The referee kind of explaining to him what happened, and the young man from Lawson kind of pleading his case, and he got pushed, but the referee said, no, you got tripped up. And I will say this, he eventually did calm down and kind of walked away from the scuffle, as that second free throw was good there for Marshall. He's got 8 points unofficially on the night. That's a lead back to 10 now for the Indians. So just a little dust up. Cooler heads eventually prevailing there. Coming up on 2 minutes of play in this one, ICC trying to hang on to pick up the win and move to 3-0 on the season. Got to be 5 seconds. Just got away before the whistle was going to be blown. A nice move and finish at the basket by Matthews. He's got 12 points, 10 of those coming in the second half. Rock, layup, yes! Well, the friendly roll there for Rock Robinson, as he enters double digits and a chance to complete the three-point play the old-fashioned way. And that might be dotting the I's and crossing the T's here for the Indians with 1:46 left to play. And can't make the free throw. Big miss there. Again, the Indians struggling from the charity stripe here in the second half. As quickly down the other end, a nice answer, as that was Jacobs hitting his 12th point of the night, and a quick timeout taken here by the Cougars. It's inside 10. Don't go anywhere, folks. 1:39 left to play. Back with more right after this.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okalona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Show your school spirit with our exclusive debit cards. Represent ICC with a special card design you can only get from First American National Bank. You'll show your support every time you use the card. Support ICC with a Spirit debit card from FANB.
And welcome back out of that timeout, brought to you by Cagle Eye Center. Dr. Lori Cagle and the Cagle Eye Center. All those proud folks over there have been providing comprehensive eye care for Itawamba County and the surrounding area for years. Set up your appointment today by calling 862-EYES. That's 862-EYES. Well, the ball was slapped out of bounds there as it will stay with the Indians. Now ICC in the open floor had a chance to possibly challenge the basket, but want to work a little bit more clock here. Layup, though, is good. Lee looked like he thought about throwing it down, but instead wanted to make sure he got the points needed. He's now got 19 on the contest, pushes the lead back to 10. Three-point basket, big if it goes. No offensive rebound, not there. And then it's taken away by the Indians. Here's a chance here for ICC. Yes! Big time jam there. Big answer on the other end, though. And that previous play could be our What a Play Wednesday, as he got the steal, went behind the back, and finished on the other end. That was Colby Horace. Now with 15 points on the evening, but a heads-up play there by Lawson to quickly get back on the other end of the floor and answer as the Indians up by 10. Lawson not electing to foul here, just trying to get the turnover. Indians avoid that. As soon as I say that, though, the ball loose on the floor, still loose, and somehow the Indians get it and they finish. Big basket there by Rock. Beautiful hustle on the part of the Indians. Three-point basket on its way. It's off the mark, no good. And the referee got baited into that call as he kicked his foot out, initiated the contact, but it drew the whistle, and that's all that matters. So this will send number 15 to the line, Michael Jacobs. And this one, ladies and gentlemen, you can finally wrap up in red and blue. First free throw good. 13 points now for Jacobs. Let the crowd tell the story here. Second free throw off the mark. Not as loud as that first free throw. And as we like to call them, guilty conscience free throws, as he only gets one of three. And then there is a foul called here on the rebound. And with 34.5 seconds left to go on this one, ICC will move to 3-0 on the year. As the referee, I guess he's ready to get home, as trying to hustle the guys up down the floor after kind of getting a little poke to the eye. As that free throw is good for Josh Lee. He'll be a nominee for our Little Caesars Player of the Game as he gets them both. 21 points now on the night as they quickly go down the other end. Ball's going to be slapped out of bounds, and the Indians will reset the defense. Again, great job tonight by our student section, the ICC All-American Band, the fans that came out to support the Indians. As they throw it in off his back, the shot was blocked, and a good call there by the official Actually got a lot of body on that block shot. Yes, the shot was blocked cleanly as he was trying to argue, but got him with the chest into his back in a smart play there. Bounced it off his back, kind of a la Scottie Pippen back in the day. And that free throw no good. 3 straight misses now by Jacobs. Remind you, stay tuned for the Renaissance Bank postgame report. We'll have our Little Caesars star of the game as well as Samstown Market's final stats, as that free throw was good. And they're going to throw this one down the floor. The Indians don't have to take a shot. They are going to drive inside and challenge it. The shot's no good. Rock Robinson had the rebound, then taken away by the Cougars. The Cougars come down the other end. They want to shoot a quick three. It's on its way. Good. And that was good for Matthews. He's got 15 points, his second three-pointer of the night. ICC is going to throw it in, hold on to it, and that's going to do it. Your final score from Fulton. ICC picks up the 73-64 win over a very scrappy squad from Lawson. We're going to take a timeout and be back with that Renaissance Bank postgame report right after this here from Fulton.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small-town dealership, small-town prices.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Samstown Market in Manatee, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Renaissance Bank postgame report. Adam Gore here as ICC picks up the 73-64 win over Lawson State tonight. ICC pretty much controlled this ball game the entire second half. Never really let that lead dip down into single digits. Still a little bit later on, and they were able to make a run back into the contest. We're going to take a look at some of these Little Caesars instant replay and take a look at some stats tonight, being brought to you by Samstown Market. Before we talk about Samstown Market, we do want to talk about Renaissance Bank, the presenting sponsor here of our post-game report. Whether you're opening a checking account, starting a business, or looking to expand, Renaissance has the tools to set you up for success. Visit renaissancebank.com to learn more. Samstown Markets is your source for fresh meat, produce, dairy, and local products. They're located on Highway 371 North, right there in the heart of Manatee. You can stop by and see Sam Ferris and the fine folks at Samstown Market today and thank them for sponsoring ICC Athletics. What a better way to thank them by spending a little bit of money with them. That's typically where I go on the weekends. Sam's has a great selection of things to throw on the grill, I'll say. It all depends on what kind of mood you're in, and they've got some great prices as well. Once again, located at Highway 371 North, right there in Manatee. Start with some scoring tonight here for Lawson State. It was Joseph James. These stats always unofficial, finishing the night with 17 points. 15 points for James Matthews and 14 for Michael Jacobs. Other scores, Javion McCary had 9 points. You had Darrell Boston with 2 points. Travion Stoudemire with 2 points. And Jadarius Ettman with 3 points as well. For your Indians, it was Josh Lee with 21 points. Colby Horace with 15. You had Jamari Marshall with 8. George Marshall with 15. Trey Singleton had 2. And Rock Robinson with 12. Once again, those stats always unofficial of the night, especially when I'm keeping up with them, having to do about 15 things at once. We do have to name our Little Caesars star of the game, and that's going to be Josh Lee. Boy, I tell you what, he had 8 points in the first half, a strong second half to finish with 21. And, of course, well, can't talk about the play of Colby Horace. He is probably going to be our What a Play Wednesday with that monster dunk after the steal at midcourt for the Indians. So ICC wins this one by the final score of 73-64. They'll be on the road tomorrow, so no time to rest, if you will, for the Indians, as they'll be taking on the JV squad over at Stillman College in Alabama. So tomorrow night we'll be right back here on the Red Channel. It'll be a First American National Bank opening tip at 5:30 as the ladies take center court, as they'll take on Wallace State out of Alabama. We do want to thank tonight's sponsors, Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars here in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Samstown Market in Manatee, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and we also want to say a special thanks to those that donate to the Sports Information Department through the Indian Club. You can do so by visiting iccms.edu/Indian Club. So for Raphael Henry, I'm Adam Gore saying so long from Fulton as ICC picks up the 73-64 win as we watch some of those final highlights here of the night. And, of course, we'll see you tomorrow night here on the ICC Sports Network.
So when are you going to get me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle in the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Samstown Market in Manatee, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.